Hi everyone, Brian from Herbal Traders. Wednesday, February 9th, we're more than halfway through the week here. And earnings season keeps rolling along. We had a couple of earnings results tonight from Disney. Twilio seemed to be very good because they're up after hours. And of course, what we're waiting for now is the CPI number that's going to be coming out tomorrow morning at 8:30, expecting somewhere around 0.5, 0.6% month over month. And depending on how that looks when it comes out, I think that's going to have an impact on the market. So let's take a quick look at how we've been trading this week. It's been a pretty good week so far for the bulls, so let's take a look at it. Okay, and so let's start out with a quick plug from my book on Amazon, How to Swing Trade, Money Management Rules, Routines, and Strategies of a Swing Trader. I do as well as day trading. So let's take a quick look now at some of the charts and see where we're going for the rest of the week. So the 2-year, you can see the 2-year. It was kind of a flat day today for the yields. There wasn't a lot of movement. We did go out. This is 1.36. It is pretty close to where we went out today on the 2-year. And so we're still entrenched in that uptrend on the 2-year, really overbought, actually, if you look at the RSI. And the 10-year also in a bit of an uptrend, and yeah, we did go out just shy of the 2%. We're looking at that level. Seems to be a pretty significant level of resistance right now, but I think we're destined to go through it at some point. The Dow, sorry, I skipped ahead there. The Dow daily had a pretty good day today. We broke through the 200-day moving average, broke through the 20. Looks like these moving averages are going to start curling up. And saying all this prefaced again by what's going to come out with a CPI number. I kind of feel like it's not going to surprise anybody. I think it's going to be 0.5, 0.6. And I think that's kind of already baked into the market. So I don't think the market's really going to take it negatively unless we really fall outside that range. We get a lower number, an extreme or a higher number than that 0.5, 0.6 range. We'll see what happens. The Dow, another great day. We got above all these moving averages today, and pretty positive day. Not bad volume. Again, that's the weekly. Won't look at that. Skip over that. The daily on the Qs, again, nice day for the Qs. We did recapture this 200-day moving average, so found a bit of a double bottom here. Pull back to a higher low. And now we're back off here, and this 370 level is probably going to be an area where we may have some resistance. Again, if we have a decent outcome on the CPI number, we could just basically blow through that level and maybe come up to this 380 level on the Qs. So the SPY, again, right back up to some area of prior support and where we broke down from. Resistance here, and again, not bad volume, although overall it's really been lightening up after this sell-off. Not the kind of volume you like to see on a big move higher, so this is I guess a little bit of a concern. Not a lot of buyers, but let's just say there was more buyers than sellers. And on the IWM, again, volume dropping off here. This is again not a great sign, but when you see something breaking out like this, you want to see it confirmed with volume. We're not getting that quite yet. I think people were kind of hanging back. It's waiting for the CPI number tomorrow, but certainly again, same comment, more buyers than sellers, and that's took the price up on the IWM as well. VIX, again, it seems like even though we're going into the CPI number, the fear factor is really dropping back down to this 200-day moving average, and looks like we may be heading there tomorrow. The dollar really hasn't done anything over the last, I would say, 5 days. It's just chopped in this range here, so we'll see what impact that CPI number has as well. 45,000, we seem to peak out there at on the Bitcoin, and you can see here that's a prior level of kind of in the area of prior support, and then this became resistance here, so we're right back up at that level, stalling out, consolidating, and we'll see which direction we go from here. The volume's pretty light right now, but this may be just the start of another day, so not that indicative. And yeah, Bitcoin versus the US dollar does appear to be breaking out of this downtrend, so it's looking fairly positive on a weekly basis right now. So let's take a quick look at some stocks I'm watching here. You can see Amazon. I still think 3,300 here is resistance right at this level. You can see we on an up day we did try to test that level. 3277 roughly was the high, and we ended up down on the day. So I believe that's still going to be resistance, and it might be good for an options trade for the selling a call here for the end of the week. I'm sure the premium's actually pretty good on that. GDX and gold has been breaking out here. I've got some gold in the account, and we did get a bit of a pullback today. Even though gold was higher, gold seems to be breaking out, the price of gold, and we did have a bit of a pullback here today, but we've had a nice run up, and I'm expecting gold to continue to move higher. I'm still holding some in my account. I like LABU. It looks like it's breaking a downtrend here. It's definitely broken out, sort of consolidated, looks a bit like a inverse head and shoulders. Here's your left shoulder, here's your head, and here's your right shoulder, or if you want to call it a double bottom, then a higher low. And it did break this neckline, if you want to consider this head and shoulders. We did break out today, and all the stochastics momentum indicators are looking good for LABU. Lucid really is looking like it's trying to hold this sort of 26, 27 level-ish area. So you got 2883. That's the area where you could take an entry, and then if we can get above this 200-day moving average, this is also an area where there's been prior resistance and where we broke out from here. So a logical place to sort of pause there. And you can see here again, PayPal, same sort of thing. Looks like it's actually bottoming here. And this 120 level looks like support on PayPal. Silver, not a bad day. It is breaking out through these moving averages. It's put in a double bottom here. And liking the move on silver. Square had a really nice day today. Again, kind of some bottoming action here. We are coming up to this trend line. Like to see it get through there, but there's definitely sort of this $100 floor on this, and we opened here today at roughly 104.5. So I think it's Square could be moving higher. Really like Tesla for just an options trade. I've got some 1,000 calls I've sold, and I'm just hoping they'll go out flat, or they'll go out worthless at the end of the week, and I'll just collect the premium. UNG, the natural gas just fell out of bed after this huge squeeze up, and right back down into that range, that trading range it seems to be stuck in. The oil price just seems to be going up. We did get a bit of a pullback here, but strength in the oil continues. We did get a little bit of a reprieve on momentum. We dropping down a bit, but I think the trend is your friend, and it's still up. WCC, I would mention this on the weekend, this pullback right back to this area of prior support, and I did take a little bit of this in my swing account, and very happy I did catch this on Monday at the open. And again, this is sort of classic trade, just using sort of the 120 area. Close below 120 would have been a stop out for me, but we did get a nice day Monday, really good day Tuesday, and really awesome day today, and I'll be probably selling some of that tomorrow. And XLF just continues to go up. We did get a bit of a pause in interest rates, so a little bit of a pause on this climb as well here, but XLF still looking good. Zim I did get out of, and when it sort of topped out here, but now it's a continuation move. Wish I'd kept partial, but I didn't. So anyway, that's it. All right, well, I hope everyone had a good day today. Let's take a quick look at the markets. See what we're indicating for the open. Looks like a pretty flat session right now. The NASDAQ's down a little bit more than other indexes, which seem to be pretty flat. And so we'll see what happens when we get that 8:30 release of the CPI number. I'm sure it'll move the futures around at that point. Right now, everybody's just waiting to see what that number is. So 8 o'clock in the morning, we start on YouTube, live YouTube, and we'll take you through the pre-market show. And then we'll be trading the market open with our members at 9:30. Hope to see you there. Bye for now.